Hey, shalom, shalom. Giving all praises, honor, and glory unto the ultimate and only power, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachak Kodash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, the house of David. Shalom unto you. Death and destruction unto the wicked and to the 2/3 of our people and these other nations. Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? If Esau is not the wicked, who the hell is? Esau is the wicked. Matter of fact, let's go into this. Salakia. This is Malachi 1:4, right? And I'm gonna start at 3. I'm gonna start at 1. It reads, "The burden of the word of the Lord to Israel by Malachi. I had loved you, said the Lord, Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, said the Lord? Yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau, and laid his mountain and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness." And when you go into this verse 3, the Apostle Paul in Romans 9, he's referencing this scripture right here. You know, Jacob as it is written, Jacob as I loved, Esau have I hated. This is what he's referring to. It says, and I hated Esau, and I laid his mountains and heritages at Salakia, his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. God, yeah, and that's the proudness of Esau, Edom. You know, who is the so-called white man? Well, he ain't white, he's red, right? You know, his skin is translucent. You know, he lacks pigmentation. That's why they can't be out in the sun for such a period of time. Because, hey, they turn red, man, right? And when they're born also, when a so-called white baby is born, right, they come out red. You know, hey, Esau came out red all over like an hairy garment. You know, okay, let's keep going. Whereas Esau saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, a host. They shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, hath indignation forever. Right? Indignation, that's a hatred, right? So it says right here, the border of wickedness. So going back, right, to the book of Job, Salakia, going back to the book of Job, right? Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? If Esau is not the wicked, hey, I don't know who is. You know, it's obvious who the wicked is. You know, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Hey, the Lord, he has set up this base man to rule over us. You know, that's the power of the Lord, man. Because Esau, he was back in the day, he was known as a wild man. You know, the cave dwellers. You know, when you go roughly paraphrasing, Job said, I wouldn't. I don't want to botch it up. Let me see. Flock my dogs. On Job 30:1. It says, but now they that are younger than I have me in derision, whose father I have disdained to have set with the dogs of my flock. Right? So, hey, Esau's the scum of the earth. He's a cancer. You know, Job said, man, these are some sick people. I wouldn't even let them motherfuckers be around my dogs. You know? And so the Lord, he gave Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai, right? He put this base man to rule over us. And it was because of our disobedience, of course. But, you know, at the end of the day, you know, the Lord, he's gonna change, he's gonna flip the script, right? You know, he's gonna return back to his normal state, which he's already doing today. You know, you see that everywhere. And Esau is the wicked. That's why these people, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, right? That's why they run the whole earth. The so-called Jewish people, right? The top banking families, the elites, you know, they run the world, and everybody's seeing this right now. You know, it's all over social media, it's all over the news. This man is being exposed. His nakedness is showing, you know, if you will. You know, so if Esau is not the wicked, as it says, as the scripture reads, you know, where and who is he? So, you know, Salakia. Yeah, this man is being exposed all over the earth. People are waking up to who he is. You know, he can't hide himself no more, right? He can't hide himself anymore. And all these atrocities that they have committed in the past, you know, people, like I said, they're waking up to it, you know, so he can't hide himself anymore. So if Esau is not the wicked, who is he? You know, so like your brothers, I'm trying to make this video a little short. You know, I'm at work right now, just my little lunch break. I have to walk quite some time to come outside to get a good service signal on my phone. So Akim. And so I'm gonna leave it at that. If Esau is not the wicked, where and who is he? Right? I'm paraphrasing. So Lord willing, it was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, B'Hashem Yahweh Shai, B'Hashem Kagadash. Double honors to our teachers, our apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and blessings to the elect. Shalom.